shake your dreams from your hair. I'm already there, right beside you. So please, don't hide, just stay. I'll be there if it breaks, right beside you. Suddenly I know now how it feels. I no longer have to beg or steal. I can stand now on this higher ground, where love is just a sound. Where love is...
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, your internet's better?
I think I fixed it. I think
Oh,
it was
that's
just in
good.
the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it could just be one of those days.
Yeah, it's St. Patty's Day, isn't it?
It's St. Patty's Day. I got my green hoodie on today. Stole it from G because I don't have much green.
Well, so far it's not very lucky for me because my internet's
No.
not
Because
really.
you're not wearing any green. You're ruining your luck.
own any green. I looked. You were like, hey, it's St. Patrick's Day. I'm like, shit. I need to find something green. And I went through everything that I own and I have nothing green. I don't wear green
Aw.
ever, I guess.
Maybe it's a time to update the wardrobe and get some new stuff. I'm sure green would look really lovely on you, April.
Yeah, I probably should do it. I have no problem spending a ton of money on my reptiles, so I may as well buy clothes.
You got a special mug today? I got something really exciting. So I found this at Starbucks. They just started carrying them at the Starbucks I go to. And it's Year of the Dragon, and it's all like shiny.
I'm gonna go buy one when we're done.
And they have the pretty little dragon. It's so cute. It's kind of like, oh, reminds me of my little pocket dragon, so I had to get it.
It is super cute.
Isn't it cute?
So I'm gonna go buy one when we're finished here.
Okay. It was a little awkward to drink out of because like it's such a big mug, but it's pretty.
It's so cute.
Yeah. Fashion over function.
Well, that's it, right?
Mm-hmm. So you've been spending too much money on reptiles, you said, eh?
Reptiles themselves, just their things. Just their stuff. Not even on the reptile. It's just their stuff. So I went to Critter Jungle twice this week, and I spent way more than I intended on spending. Way more. So the first time I went up for cork bark, and that's fine and dandy, right? I got the cork bark, but I also got way too much cork bark.
Oh no. Well, you can never have too much cork bark.
Right. That was the justification in my head, right? And then it hang up, and I'm like, oh shit, that escalated quickly, didn't it? Anyways, so I had to go back because the whole reason, like, I forgot my moss. I need moss, right? So I could go back to get moss. I got my moss, but I got plants, and I've got more cork bark because they put in new cork bark. So I just got more cork bark. And then last night I couldn't sleep. So I ended up spending $600 on Reptiles R Us.
Oh my goodness. Did you get a new reptile or is this just supplies?
Okay. So I got gecko food. I got more gecko food.
Okay.
But those ledges, I want those ledges, right? For like the magnets, like they stick.
Yeah.
I ended up getting 13 of them, and they're like $30 each.
Oh wow. Yeah, it adds up like 13. Well, you said they were $30 each. Which ones did you get?
I don't know. They're the Pangea ones.
Okay. Like the big thick ones? Are they the ones for the little food dishes?
Yeah, so it's a double dish. Like it's
okay. I know exactly which ones you're talking about.
Yeah. Because they didn't have single dishes.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy with the ledges that I had bought already. So I bought these. I bought these already, and I'm not happy with them. I don't like them. This cup in here is way too big, like especially for Cresties. Like it's just too big.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've noticed that even when I put like a smaller dish in the dish, they
Yeah.
don't even like they'll take like a lick and then that's it. Where
Yeah.
like I would have girls usually clear out their dishes, right?
Yeah.
So that was a waste of money. These guys, I hope the other ones are better. But and what else did I get? Is that really all I got from? Yeah, that's all I got.
Well, it's because the dishes added up.
Yeah, that's a lot. Oh well, my geckos will be happy.
Well,
Good
that's
morning,
nice.
East Valley.
Let's see who we got in here. Oh, there we go. East Valley first to join us. Good morning. We actually were chatting with them yesterday, so East Valley is going to be on our show next week.
Yeah.
And then G popped in. He says, "You don't even have any." Oh, he's talking about green clothing. I heard him leave this morning. I heard the truck leave as soon as they started, and I brought him back a coffee. So I don't know if he realizes it, but he has an extra large double on his hand. He was it's that way he didn't have to like go and get one, and he can take care of the animals, making sure the dogs don't bark and the pig doesn't make any noise. And now he's gone. So,
Oh my god, he is so cute.
Who's that?
Honey is so cute.
I hear her right now. Actually, I hear her hopping down the stairs, and I'm like, I hope the stair door is closed so she doesn't come banging on the door behind me.
I don't hear anything actually. Like it's super quiet on your end. So
Well, that's good because I can hear her grunting and making all sorts of ruckus up there. She's like, "Hello, I want attention."
God, she's the cutest pig.
She's so demanding. If any of you are interested in seeing her pictures and stuff, Honey has her own Instagram page. So it's Honey the Fluffy Pig on Instagram. You can go check her out. I haven't posted anything recently because it's just been so busy. But yeah, I do. I'm a crazy lady and I have a house pig in my house. And she's completely house trained and asks to go outside, but she demands attention.
I will never forget the first time I met her. Like the first time I went over to your house and I met her. And like this pig was like hitting buttons for food and water and just like how did you
We had
like,
Yeah, we had to she took on to it really quick. Like, we started like, she had a button for everything, like, a button for outdoors, a button for Cheerio snacks. She likes ice cubes, so she had an ice cube button. She had, water, so she could ask for water. Pay attention to me button, which she abused a lot. It was the Cheerios, the ice cube, and the pay attention to me button she pressed all the time. But then it would get to the point where you'd have to tell her, like, "Hey, you've had enough Cheerios now," and she'd press the Cheerio button. "No, I'm not giving you more Cheerios. We're not going through an entire box of Cheerios in one sitting of you pressing the button over and over."
right. Oh my god, she's so funny.
Yeah, but yeah, she keeps things entertaining, right? I have
Yeah.
quite the full house here.
Yeah.
I always like it when somebody comes over to visit and doesn't know that I have her in the house. And they'll come around and she's just sleeping right where the staircase is when you come up to like our main level. And they just, as they walk by in the staircase, she grunts at them and they just kind of get startled and turn and look and they see her like right there on the side of the staircase. She's like, "Oh."
Oh man.
Yeah. So you did some shopping. Are you looking to, well, you got a lot of cork bark. That means you can get more geckos.
I already did. Like when I said I spent a lot of money this week, I spent a lot of money this week.
Oh, you got more geckos. You going to tell us about these geckos?
I haven't shared them yet, but
Okay.
will drop a hint that I picked 2 up from Witching Hour Reptiles.
Okay.
And then I picked
Lots
up
of door.
another snake or 2
Okay.
from Next Morph. So I say or 2 because I haven't seen a picture of the male yet, like an updated picture of the male.
Okay.
And he's like deep in blue.
Okay.
So maybe 2, but for sure 1.
Okay. I'm going to have to hop out for 1 second. So just give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I need to make sure that the dogs are not together. So 1 second. I'm hopping out.
So I'm just left alone. This is cool. How's everybody's morning? No comments. Well, she just leaves me here. Okay. Oh, this coffee's good. Hi, Gerald.
I'm back. Hello.
That was like the most awkward silence. I'm waiting for people to type in the chat, being like, "Hey, my morning's
Whatever.
answered."
No,
Nobody answered.
Gerald, you left the door open and both dogs were loose in the house. That was the situation.
That's your fault, Gerald.
Yeah, so it is what it is. We're good. We're separated now. they're back. We have 2 dogs that don't get along together. So the one was upstairs, the other one was downstairs, and when he left for the morning, he left the door open.
Right. That sucks.
Gerald causing problems.
Gerald.
Now I'm out of breath. We're all good. So you were saying so you were getting 2 snakes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have one for sure snake that I got. She's female. Not gonna say like her genetics yet. And then there's another one. It's a male, but I haven't seen what he looks like an update. Like, so I've seen a hatchling photo. It's a really nice hatchling photo. But at the same time, I was like, hey, so I need to see a picture of him now, because if he browned out throughout time, like I don't want him, right?
Yeah.
But he's deep in the shed right now, so I have to wait.
Gerald's asking, how are the snake babies?
They're good. I'd bring them out, but I just fed them last night.
They're really pretty. We were looking at them yesterday. They're really nice.
He didn't get to come and see them, eh? Because he couldn't. We weren't.
No, because he didn't. Well, we were on the like we were doing a stream yesterday, like a recording, and we
Yeah,
were showing them to other people, but he wasn't there.
yeah. I just realized that. I'm like, oh.
Oh wow.
But no, they're good. They're eating well and growing and shedding and pooping and doing what snakes do.
Well, that's good. They're getting big, that's for sure.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing new. And my thing is now I'm having syncing issues.
Yeah, you were. I just text you. I'm like, you're
Yeah.
frozen.
We're back. It might do the same thing it was doing yesterday. I'm not sure. I lowered the quality of the output so it wouldn't hopefully not do the syncing issues, but for some reason it's doing it. It's gonna
Right.
be what's gonna be. Yeah, no, I have some bins I have to do for the breeder girls, because I have right now they're all in bioactive,
Mhm.
but I don't want to have an issue where they're going to be laying their eggs in the dirt and
Right.
then I can't find them, and then the isopods find them before I find them. So they all have lay boxes, but they seem to kind of ignore the lay boxes once they're in dirt.
Yeah, they do. I've noticed that too. So luckily, I only have 2 girls laying this season, so it's like really no big deal for me to go through once a month and like do a thorough check.
Yeah.
But they won't. They don't even. They're like, lay box who? No, I have dirt, and I can lay my eggs under my cork and my water dish and everything else, and it's fine.
Yeah.
So I get it.
They so last year when I had them laying, they were on I had them on cocoa chip, and then they had their lay box. So if one, they very seldomly did it. There was only one that would lay in the cocoa chip, but you can see it because it's bigger chunks, so you can look under the enclosure and you'll be able to see the eggs.
Right.
And then I put them on bioactive at the end of the season when I had thought they were finished laying their eggs. And then I got a little surprise a little later with a random hatchling kind of jumping at me when I opened one of the bins.
What was that you were saying last night about the isopods eating an egg? You said you found like a baby's like a skeleton in one.
Yeah, so I had one that attempted to hatch out but didn't make it all the way through, I guess. It just was a failure to thrive. And once I noticed the hatchling was in the bin, I went digging for eggs. And then I had found 2 duds because she was supposed to be laying duds at that point. Her season was what I thought was done anyways because she had stopped laying. And then I got these little surprises, but I guess the hatchmate for that one also attempted to crawl out of the egg, but was a failure to thrive. And by the time I caught it, which wasn't that long after, the isopods went crazy on it, like to work. And then it was just like a full little, like it's sad. It was really fascinating to see it, but it's also kind of sad to see, oh, poor little guy didn't make it out.
Well,
So
at least
now I don't want any of those situations this year. So I'm like, everyone's going back on cocoa chip. We're getting
right.
ready to lay eggs, and I'm not taking the chance.
So what isopods do you have in your bins?
It depends. Like I've had a couple different variety of ones, right? Like they're mainly like the orange ones and powder
Okay.
blue and like just the smaller ones. I have some dwarf whites in some of them and
Okay. Because I was
nothing
just
nothing too
oh, and you're gone again. Where'd you go?
fancy. Or
You were frozen. Can you say that again?
yeah, it's the green shirt. It's bringing no good luck today. May the luck be with everybody else and not with us.
So I'm curious, what isopod did you have in the tub in that you found with the skeleton?
I don't know. I'd have to check.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's just kind of all
Yeah,
over.
I don't know. I'd have to check. It would have been one of those like I don't think it was dwarf whites, but I'd have to check. It would be one of the bigger ones.
Right.
But I have a variety of different ones I use. Like I was kind of seeing how the different ones would fare in different like if one was better than the other. So I was kind of testing different isopods.
Okay.
It's not like I put like the giant isopods in there though, if
No,
that's
no,
what
of
you're
course.
wondering.
It'd be a really expensive snack, I'd say.
I know. Well, and that's the other thing. If they're too big, then your geckos eat them.
Yeah. So I have geckos so all I have in mine are dwarf whites.
Yeah.
And I have geckos that will dig in search of these
Mhm.
dwarf whites and eat them. Like I find them
Yeah.
all this time with dirt in their mouth. So I've put like a 2-inch layer of leaf litter on the
Mhm.
dirt to keep them from digging and eating dirt.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen them dig for any, but I have seen, like, once they're crawling on the top, like, along the leaf, like, I've seen them dart and try to, like, go catch one.
Right. Oh yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Well, I think we can pop in our little, tea time. Hold on, I'll bring up the brand, and we'll bring this up. And we're back. Tea
Hey,
time. We're
tea time. What's your
gonna
tea?
have to get you a collection of a whole bunch of mugs. I think I'm gonna start adding some mugs. You've been there with your little Tim Hortons cup.
I love my Tim Hortons cup. It's one I don't have to wash.
True. Which is kind of nice, right? When you have to wash all these other dishes.
Yeah. So like just leave my Tim Hortons cup alone.
Um, there hasn't been much tea. I mean, it's been a pretty chill weekend and week. Like everybody's been prepping for, I guess, Tinley on stateside, and then there's been a lot of posts with Tinley. The only thing I want to say is I saw the post with Adam Wickens was on a trip in Cuba and asked his girlfriend to marry him. So
Aw.
Adam Wickens and Trisha are getting married. They're engaged, and we just want to say congratulations! Yay!
Congratulations.
There's going to be a wedding.
Oh, you're frozen again. Oh my lord.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I don't know why it keeps doing it. Oh my goodness. Well, anything on your side?
I had tea, but I can't remember it.
Nope. It's a short tea segment for this week. There hasn't been much.
Yeah, so I had tea, but I didn't sleep well last night, like I mentioned earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
No, when I say I didn't sleep well, I didn't sleep at all. I went to bed at like 6, 5 or 6, because I was looking for sound. And now my brain isn't working. So we'll come back to tea time, double time next week because
Okay,
I don't
double
remember.
time tea time. Yeah, because you went to bed when I got up this morning, basically.
Yeah, like, and all I did was toss and turn. I don't even know what the issue was. Okay. Like, I don't know.
Well, it's a short tea time, but that means we get to spend more time with our special guests. So we have April coming from the Gecko Hub, and we're very excited to have her. She's officially our first guest, and super stoked to talk about her geckos and have her show off what she has. So
Yay.
up on this. Hi, April.
Hello, hello. Good morning. Thanks for
Good
having me
morning.
on.
Anytime. How are you doing?
Not too bad. I've been waking up early mornings for school for I don't know how many months now, but I'm still not quite used to it. We're getting there.
It takes some time to get used to early mornings. I mean, I was never a morning person, I have to say. Like I love my sleep, but I've definitely became a morning person as I got older, and now especially with Honey, I don't have much of a choice because she wakes me up bright and early to go to the bathroom.
Oh boy.
The joys of having an indoor pig.
Yeah, she sounds fun.
Yeah. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, how long have you been in the gecko game, and what you're finding? Like, how you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's funny. My grandma does not like snakes, so let me start with that. She's not really a reptile person at all, but she let me get two leopard geckos when I was 16.
Okay.
And so I got these two leopard geckos and I loved them. And I thought, well, I'm almost done school. I don't know what I want to do. Um, and I started, I saw my first crested gecko, I think at a reptile expo in Toronto. And I saw there were all these different colors and morphs. And I was like, okay, I need to get one of these. They seem so cool. And they're so soft. Um, so I found someone who had, I think it was three females, two males,
Okay.
a bunch of eggs, and they were basically letting go of their little breeder collection that they had. I think it was like 250, $300 at the time. This
Oh
was like
wow. Eh?
2017, 20,
Okay.
closer to 2018 probably. So I
So
picked
before
those up.
COVID and crazy COVID
Yeah,
prices.
yeah. And I never really had my first breeding season until last year. So all
Okay.
my babies are kind of growing up from that first season, and um, yeah, it's been really good so far. I did have like a few
Awesome.
babies from pairings that like I bought females that were already gravid and they were just kind of ending their season.
Yeah.
Um, that was with like my first Snow Patrol, I think his name was, and Plethora, who I
Okay.
still have. Um, yeah, that's kind of how
Awesome.
Cool.
it started.
Well, I have some Gecko Hub geckos in my collection now. I'm really excited about. So I have one that I'm going to throw into our Pixel project. Actually, both of them I think are going to be in the Pixel project. So I'm super excited. I definitely like you've posted some nice geckos. There's one that I was like super into, but I was it was I think it was a male Halloween that was a Pos Pixel.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was like,
that
oh,
guy.
not
I know. He's actually, that one's a little wild, but I am slightly
really
regretting letting him go. I have a couple more that look kind of like him. They're also males, but they have more
okay.
white.
Okay.
Yeah. He was the darkest one of the bunch. Very cool looking, but
Yeah. April, you have some too, eh, from her?
Yeah, I just have the one.
Okay.
Charming. I love him so much.
Yeah, you were really excited to get him.
Oh my goodness, no, like I can't even explain it. When he fires up completely, like the pinning is red. He's a yellow gecko with red pinning. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm obsessed with him.
Yeah,
yeah.
he's super neat for sure. Um, did you want to start by showing off your geckos first? Then we can talk about like what you're most excited about this year. I'm
Yeah,
gonna bring up.
sure.
We have some awesome pictures here. So April sent us these pictures. So who's this guy?
So this is Ultimate. He's a hypo lavender base white wall.
Okay.
And he's got some tangerine on him as well. He actually came out of I believe it was So Geckos, their
Okay.
white wall tricolor male, and I believe the mother was also a dark base tricolor, but they just threw out, he was kind of an oddball, and I saw
Yeah.
him for sale and was like, I need him. So I went and got him, and he's just gorgeous. He's
It really pops on him, eh? Like the little outlines and
Yeah, that's what I love that. The glowing yellow, like even when I show him on camera, he's really fired up right now. He doesn't look lavender at all. He
oh
looks
really? Oh yeah,
brown, but
you wanted to show some in person too today, eh? Did you want to show them off? Is
sure,
he one of
that's
them that you're showing or
yeah. So I got him
I'm
here.
gonna put you full screen.
Okay,
Hold on.
I'll just show him in the deli cup and see if
There you Oh wow, does he ever
he's
look
gonna
so
slide.
different?
Yeah, very dark right now. So he looks more like his dad. Let's see.
Oh, he's
Do the
really
hand,
pretty.
do the hand thing.
Yeah. The hand thing
Oh,
behind.
so
Oh yeah,
nice.
he's super pretty.
Kind of wish he was fired down, but that's all right.
I'm
So he's
always
got,
so amazed like how crazy different they look, eh, when they fire up and fire down, especially with
yeah.
the labs. It's such a drastic change.
I don't know if you can see that yellow
Yeah, no, it's
outline that he's
really neat.
got. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's
cool.
him.
He's super handsome.
Thank you. He's still kind of in his lanky phase. He's like ready to breed, but I kind of want to get some more weight on him. So
Bulk him up a little bit more, yeah.
yeah,
So what we got next here? So who's this one? Oh no, it threw me off because it's a slide 3, but it's because you had 2 for the other one.
oh yeah,
So who's
no
this
worries.
guy?
So that's Pearl Jam. I don't have him with me, but
Okay.
yeah, he's got unknown lineage. I bought him about a year and a half ago. He was already an adult. So after a month or so quarantine, I put him with my Phantom Yellow female from Supernova. And so far, haven't really got anything. They've been together as a pair for a while, and I recently
Yeah.
moved him out. It was her first season as well, so she was a late season as well. So
Okay.
I think she'd laid 2 sets of duds when they were paired, and then I believe it was 2 months ago she laid a fertile from him. So I've
Okay.
Okay.
got one clutch from him in the incubator, which I'm really excited about. But mostly I just want to see if that snowflaking pattern, if he can, if his kids can outdo him, basically, because I
Yeah.
don't have
No, that
any information on his parents.
yeah, it's tough when they come and you don't have the lineage and then you don't know the background of it and you kind of have to prove it out and see what pops out, eh? You'll get like random surprises.
Yeah, but
Well,
it's
that's
exciting
exciting. At
because
least
I
he did
don't
his
know.
job and you have a fertile egg coming, so that's good.
Yeah,
I think April just disappeared. She'll come back.
that's
We'll
okay.
pop over to the next one. So who's this one?
So this is Golden Hour, and reason why I wanted to showcase her is because going to be the first gecko that I've produced that will go back into my breeding lineup, I guess. And
Okay. Oh, so now it's like your own lineage. It's a full circle.
yeah,
That's exciting.
She's so nice.
She's pretty.
Looks like
Thank
Charming
you.
resembles her a
That's
little bit in a way.
they are full siblings. They're actually clutch mates.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way. Well, that would make sense then.
Yeah.
Winning.
And I also have her here.
Cool.
Here, I'll pop you up.
Oh, look
She's
at her.
so cute. She's got that. I'm gonna jump on the camera. Look.
Yeah.
Oh, she's cute. She's
I
got such
love-
a wide head.
I
Yeah,
love how
that's-
big
oh.
heads are. Charming has a really big wide head too.
Yeah, and a wide back. She's nice.
Yeah, little frog butt.
I
And she's
love
got the red
yellows. I don't
pinning.
know. Oh yeah, that's true, eh? I don't know. There's something about yellows. I absolutely love yellows.
Me too.
I'm a big fan. I think they're making a bit of a comeback too, eh? Because there's a lot of people that are jumping on yellows. I saw a picture the other day. I can't remember who has it. I think they imported it from the States because I remember seeing it on a US page, on a US breeder's page, and it was an empty back yellow, but it had such
Oh,
like
yeah.
I think stripe, and it had like thick white pinning, and it was like bright yellow.
Was that Hannah by chance at Greeks? Because I think she had one
What
or
I
two
don't
yellows.
think it. I don't know if it was. I think it was from somewhere else. I'll have to look into it. Off the couldn't remember. Yeah, they're nice. They're super nice, especially when you get like the seed in there, and they get really like they really pop.
Yeah, I'd like to. She's paired up. Golden Hours paired up with Ultimate, so I'm hoping that I'll get some Tangerine. Maybe see if that white wall can push, because I think Golden Hour is a whiteout. I don't think that's a snowflake pattern that's on her laterals, but I guess
Okay.
we'll see. It's like kind of cloudy, puppy looking, but
Okay. Oh, good morning, Alex. Day.
good morning.
We'll pop in. These are the parents, right? Is this
Yeah.
what the slot for that one? Yeah.
Yeah, and they've made some beautiful babies together. I might repair them, but we'll see.
It's tough because you want to try, like you have eyes of grandeur where you want to like with someone else, or like I struggled with. There's one pairing of mine, he pixels, and I did have an idea of putting that female to a different male, but I couldn't reproduce and get more pixels so well the first time around. It's the struggle is when you're trying to sort out your pairings for the
Yeah.
guy.
Oh yeah, so that's Manta.
Wow.
I also have her here. She's not
Is
quite.
that misfire in the photo?
Pardon?
Is that a misfire in the photo, or does she look like that?
She looks like that when she's not fired up. She is fired up now, but that
Okay.
Tangerine is still super bright.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
It really pops, eh?
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
the orange.
You see, people
Wow.
will say they'll see if that can't possibly be edited, and then you pop up. You see, look how pretty.
There we go.
She's stunning.
Yeah, I'm hoping to improve that structure. She hasn't got the greatest structure, but yeah, I'm really excited. And I'm gonna, when she's big enough, I'm gonna pair her with the new male that's coming in, which I think is in the next picture.
Yeah, I saw the next
He's-
one. Drooling. I was ready. So look at this.
Wow.
Yeah,
So tell us about this one, eh?
so yeah, he's coming from I believe it's J.K. Soria, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, from the Czech Republic, in Europe. So I've been trying to find an affordable way to import him, but you know, if I gotta bite the bullet, I it's already done. So he'll be here hopefully late April, mid-April. But yeah, his parents, I didn't include them, but I might post a picture if I haven't already. But yeah, the mom is a phantom lily white, but the lily white patterning on her side is like bright red with tangerine. It's crazy. They're like, this guy in Europe has got the most intense tangerine I've ever seen on a gecko. I'm just really excited to have him in.
Yeah, I'm excited to see once you have him and take videos and get to show him off a lot. Maybe at some point we'll be able to see him in person, but he's he's really pretty, and it's nice to be able to eventually bring in some different lineage. Like I'm all about supporting, our dear Canadian breeders and having each other's back and kind of, sharing different genetics here too, but there is something to be said too to have some different bloodlines to come in from Europe, or some people bring stuff in from Korea, and it does kind of help be able to diversify breeding projects, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. It was just hard for me to
It's really
find,
pretty.
like I know that not Morphonagerie, Juliana posted some
Yeah.
tangerines from the USA, and then we've got Fringe Morphs, but uh, they're both a little more out of my budget. This guy was kind of what I was looking for. He's got high pattern, and he is a lighter base color, which is kind of what I'm shifting towards with my
Yeah.
projects. I really like the look of the hypos, the light base, really clean, like purple, yellow, orange. I love those
Yes.
colors.
This is a good
Anything bright.
segue. We can get into what the Gecko Hub's plans are for moving forward. Like, do you have any special projects? I guess the hypos and the light bases, and
Um, I don't know. I'm sure you've seen they're called red diamond leopard geckos.
okay.
They're like purple and orange, like super bright. And basically, I want to make something like that in a crested gecko.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
Okay. Neat.
yeah, so that's also why I decided to go with, they say spend more on your males because they're going to be the cornerstone of the project, right? So it's kind of why I spent it on
Yeah.
him, and I'm hoping that I can really get that tangerine in there because I know like tricolors as they age, they tend to fade, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
think that's true with tangerine pigment.
Okay.
But I'll have to see. That's a few years down the line.
Yeah, and by that logic, I agree with you on that. Like, to spend more on the males. I'm always shocked to see why a lot of breeders will post their females for a lot more than for the males when you're looking at like comparables. And it's the same. I don't know if you've noticed that, April, with ball pythons too.
Yes.
Like, you'll see like it's the exact same genetics, but the female is always so much more expensive.
Mm,
And at the end of the day, if you're looking at stack genetics, or you have like a lot more possibility of like range, then to me the male is worth more, because at the end of the day you can have more clutches with those genetics with the male
Yeah. And he can,
than just having the one female.
yeah, and he can breed sooner. That was one of the things like that's always confused me. So I've been doing ball pythons for like 7 years, and the price
Mhm.
of a male compared to a female has always just confused me. I'm like, but you
Yeah.
can breed him sooner, and he could sire more clutches than a female. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he can breed all year round, and a female can only breed once a year.
Yeah.
So it's just it never made sense to me.
Hey, I'm not complaining. If I can get the male for less expensive than the female, fine, I'll jump on that bandwagon. But like, I've seen there are some breeders that have put out where the male will be, let's say, $1,500, and I'm talking about ball python, and then the female is like maybe $2,000, $2,500, and that's like a huge drastic change. And they have the exact same genetics from the same clutch, You
Yeah.
know, it's not like the female had anything more than the male. So I've always kind of scratched my head at that and thought it was kind of a strange, to me, I don't know, the males are worth more when you're having like higher end genetics.
This might be a silly question, but with ball pythons, can you incubate for sex, like based on temperature? No?
No,
Okay,
what you get is what you get.
gotcha.
So there's been some years that I've had, you know, really heavy male clutches, and then there's been other clutches that have been heavy in females. And they've all been incubated at the same temperature. It
Okay.
really just depends on the odds, right?
I missed the question because my entire thing froze.
Um,
And I was like, of course is when April asked the question. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I just hope it doesn't freeze the whole thing because I came back and you guys were still talking. So we're
Yeah.
good.
She just asked
It's
about
me.
incubating for sex in ball pythons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. April, you said you had one thing that you want to bring up, eh? Like we were talking about gecko sales and stuff. How are you finding the gecko sales lately? Because have you finding the market's been kind of going up? And because I've noticed a lot of stuff for sale lately, and it was kind of hoping, you know, I think it's going like the people seem to be more busy at expos and stuff too, and there seems to be kind of it's revamping and there's more interest, and I don't know.
yeah,
April, this was kind of your point of discussion. You're staring at me.
You took it. You took it from me. Just
I'm
omitted everything all over the place.
zipping it and I'm going to drink my coffee.
No, I'm just curious because I'm not selling babies yet, right? So I'm just wondering if you notice that there's a change or a shift in the market, because I know the ball pythons are taking a hit. Do you notice that, you know, things just aren't selling, or you have to really mark your prices down for them to sell?
yeah, I think since COVID, obviously there was a big dip, and we plateaued for a little, and then we're slowly coming up. I'm optimistic, but yeah, for right now, I think especially around this time of the year, for some reason, people go to shows more. People, I guess, are looking for pets, or breeders are looking to improve their stock or add something new to their lines. But yeah, for babies, it's definitely been harder. Um, I've been thinking of just taking them off Morph Market, letting them grow out, and then taking pictures maybe when they're 15, 20 grams and closer to, you know, that age where someone kind of knows what they're gonna look like. They see, you know, the path that the pattern is going on the gecko, and
Mhm.
they can decide if that's something that they want to add. And
That
I'll
seems
price
like
accordingly.
to just to selling babies, because I've seen a lot of pre-sales and unsexed babies getting listed for, you know, $15-$20, and it's like, what's the rush? Why are people trying to just throw baby geckos out the door when you're just like, I'll just pull them down, I'll grow them up, it's not a big deal, you know, this way people know what they're getting.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think also going back to COVID, I think a lot of people had more time on their hands then, so they thought they could handle more. And now maybe people are overrun, but they're not really sharing that side of their business. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I think it's a
I've just
combination in both, right? Like at the end of the day, like you'll have people who've got into it and may not have realized how big it can get so quickly. Like,
Right.
you know, when you start pairing and then you're like, okay, I'll do this many pairings, and you're not realizing, well, now you're going to get if everything goes well and it's viable, then you're going to get 2 eggs from each pairing every month for how many months, and you can't necessarily know how many months. Like I had one female who laid for 10 months straight. Like I was supposed to know that she was going to have 20 and they were all viable and they all hatched. So right there, that pairing was 20 geckos, you know?
Yeah.
So you times that by how many, some of them will have shorter seasons and other ones longer. And it gets to the point where I think that you have the side where people are maybe feeling overwhelmed, and not realizing what they exactly got themselves into and are just trying to offload the geckos that they have to reduce the numbers that they have. And then I think there's the other side where you had a lot of new breeders who got in, and maybe some existing ones as well, that may not have had, for the new breeders, may not have had a full idea of what they wanted to focus on. And now they're narrowing in their focus and they're wanting to sell a bulk of the stuff that doesn't fit in so that they can reinvest in what they're focusing on. Or it could be someone who's new, who has a lot of geckos that might be within old projects that they were working in and decided to change their focus. I just find that it all is happening all at the same time.
Yeah.
And then you're seeing a lot of geckos being put for sale. And hopefully it won't have like too much of a hit for this spring, because I have noticed it was starting to kind of kick in, and there was interest and people were kind of really focusing on certain projects, and you kind of felt like it was coming back, and it wasn't as I guess as low of a market as it was last year. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was
I
just
think it's
curious.
I was
Sorry,
just
go
gonna
ahead.
say, I think
Go
it's
ahead.
also shipping season is coming, so people know that they can kind of get their hands on something now rather than have to wait for it.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, so how many clutches are you planning for this year? Like how many pairings, I guess?
I think I posted 20, but I think I'm gonna move some of my tricolors apart because,
Okay.
like you were saying, I've been through the whole thing where I've shifted my focus, and now I'm wondering, like, I love my tricolors and I want to see what I can do with them, but I don't want to be overrun because I want my focus to be on my yellows, my lavenders, my tangerines. Um,
Yeah.
so I've been thinking of, putting that on the back burner for now, and because I'm also in school full time, and
Yeah. You're busy.
yeah, and by the end of summer too, I'm gonna be in co-op, so um, yeah, thinking of breaking it back down maybe to 10 to 12 pairs.
Okay.
Because I think I had about 15 last year, but some of the females had a shorter season, or I paired them later, so they only lay like 3 or 4 clutches.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, I think.
And I'm over here planning. I'm like, I have 6 pairings. That's so many.
I have
Yeah,
two. I have two. I like did math the other day. I'm like, that's a lot of mouths.
Yeah.
it is. It
Yeah, no,
takes.
it definitely adds up.
Yeah, it's about.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it is like a part-time job for me. It's about 6 to 8 hours of care every week, which isn't a
Yeah.
lot, but when it's night and you have to wake up early in the mornings, and it gets to be a lot, but usually I'm pretty efficient. I've kind of it's taken a while for me to, get my schedule down, so I think I'm pretty
Mhm.
efficient now with it, feeding and cleaning. Got a
Yeah.
system going.
Are you planning on doing any expos this year at all, or?
I I'm gearing up mentally, emotionally, and yeah, I also need a banner. Um,
Yeah.
and I would like to get some more display pieces, something to make it, I want to look good. I want to have like a pretty setup, and um,
Yeah. Well, look
yeah, some
professional. Be legit.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I might make my own display case as well because I've been having trouble finding someone local who can make one custom for me. I know So
Okay.
Geckos. I've been bugging them a lot because they have such a pretty display case, and it's like 3 tiers and it's all in one long box.
Okay.
And yeah, I want something like that, but they said they're not ready to sell to the public yet, so.
Are they slidey door tops, or how do they have theirs?
Yeah, I think that the tops are a lock and a
Oh, I
slide
remember
open or a
seeing
lift.
them. Yeah, I remember I'll talk to you offline on that. I remember seeing them. Because I got So they changed the rules, right? So in Toronto and also in Ottawa, they're going to have the change rules where you can't do deli cups anymore.
Oh,
So so the deli cups now, I think the next expo, I have to double check, but there's a date where it's actually implementing it. But you can't have deli cups on the table anymore. They all have to be in displays.
oh, I
I
was
guess
not
fish
aware
and
of that.
this could have been our tea time discussion.
Yeah, yeah,
Fish and wildlife got involved, and they because there was some I guess animal rights activists that didn't feel like the display, like the delis, were the right thing for certain species, and if there are arboreal animals, they have to have an ability to perch on things. So I mean, I see the direction where they were going. So now, if it's like for cresteds, because they're arboreal, you have to have them in the display case, and you have to have something in there that they can climb, perch
mhm,
on, so like a branch or something. But yeah, so I know that there was some really nice display cases I was looking at getting, where there was a big kind of like a square, and it had the holes for the delis, and you could put them in, and then you had like that sheet of glass on top that you could lock, so all the delis would
yeah.
stay locked in. And I was just about to buy one of those, and then I found out that they were changing the rules. So I was like, whew,
Oh my
okay, good
goodness.
thing I didn't invest on all these displays. I wouldn't have been able to use them. That would have been really unfortunate.
Yeah.
But
Wow, that
yeah,
sucks.
yeah. You can
That's
use
crazy.
delis for when they take them home, but from what last discussion I had, you can the 4.5 or the small delis, you can't use at all, not even to send the geckos home.
Wow, that's very strange. I'm thinking like
Yeah.
in transit too, it'd be better to have them in something small, but I
You
guess
know,
I don't know.
yeah. And Brian from Altitude Exotics actually put out a video on that recently where he was talking about shipping, and he was showing like he puts his in the smallest one within comfort, right, for the gecko, so that they have less ability to move around in transit, so that they're going to be secure and not, if the box gets rattled or whatnot, that they're not moving in their little deli that they're in, so that they're less likely to get injured in transit. And there's something to be said about that. It is, it's a short, when you put them in there for shipping, or let's say you pick something up at an expo and you're bringing it home, it's only in there for such a short period of time that I can see like where what he's saying, that they're safe for that short period of time, but it's not like they're going to be in there for days, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. That's an unfortunate decision made on the Expo's part, but
Well,
hey,
it'll
I
make
don't know.
it'll make the at least the displays. I get it. The displays will look professional. Like it
That's
kind of ups the games for all the businesses that are there, that now kind of have to reinvest in their displays, and to make it look a little bit fancier, right? Yeah. So where can people find you? Are you on Instagram?
Yep. So yeah, just the Gecko Hub on Instagram, Facebook as well. I've got the same logo for everything. It's the first baby that I hatched, and it was with my old camera. I don't shoot on a camera anymore, unfortunately. Um, I'm looking at getting a new one, but it's been a while. I've just been shooting on my phone, but yeah. So you can find me
Hey,
Facebook, Instagram.
awesome. Do you have a website yet, or it's in the works?
I had a website, but it was just getting a lot to maintain.
Yeah.
Eventually, though, I would like to have a website and just dedicate it to like breeder pictures so that I can kind of
Yeah.
have like a catalog and people can go to the website. It's really easy. I'll just put a QR code and people can look at like the male and female breeders and like groups for each season, that kind of thing.
Lineage tracking purposes.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice. Yeah. Um, and you have some geckos right now on Morph Market, right? If anyone wants to go and check out what you have available.
Yep, I just put a 20% off sale last night for some of my there's a lot of ALP Freya babies, so
Okay.
they're snowflakey, kind of tricolor, and yeah, northern gecko line. So
Excuse
Awesome.
me while I go check that out.
She's like, I'm going to see what you uploaded. Oh, that's awesome. Well, thanks again for joining us. And everybody, if you haven't had a chance to go and check out April's page, go check out the Gecko Hub. She's got some really nice stuff. I'm super excited with the stuff that I've added to my collection that she's produced, and big things coming for the Gecko Hub, and we'll be following you, and I'm excited to see all the new stuff that you're going to produce this year and bring in, and yeah, go check her out.
Thank
So
you so
I'll
much.
pop you backstage, and thanks again for joining us. Bye. Have
Thank
a
you for
good
having
Sunday.
me. Thanks, you too.
You're shopping already, aren't you?
No. Maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Um, you know, I'm pretty sure I was looking at her morph market last night when I couldn't sleep.
Shopping when you're half asleep.
Yeah, I made some poor decisions. Poor decisions. But it's fine.
Well, I actually got some gargoyle geckos recently from April. They've been doing really well. They're super. My first gargoyles. I've never. Oh, am I frozen?
Oh, well, yes, you are, but I can still hear
Oh,
you.
I'm back. Oh, you can hear me. You just can't see me.
I
No.
mean, oh, why does it look like that? Look at that.
Boom.
Oh.
Oh, you
Like,
so handsome.
I don't need another male. I do need another male. How do you like the gargoyle geckos?
So these are my first ones. I love them. They're so cute. They're very well, they're different looking, right? These are my first gargoyles. So one of them G has, and I have and we've given them.
You've given them what? I can't hear you. Oh, I think she's frozen again. Oh no. Where'd you go? Come back. Huh.
Oh, what is going on?
I don't know.
I don't know what happened. I think are we? Yeah, we're still online, and I'm there twice. I'm so sorry, guys. I have no idea what's going on.
It's a good thing that we're only like 3 minutes away from the hour.
Yeah. Well, sorry everyone. I was trying to type, and then it completely kicked me off of the Wi-Fi for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Elon Musk, your Starlink is terrible today.
Mm.
Well, since
And last
yesterday and last night. We haven't had any issues at all with connection, and it just started yesterday night. So I'm not sure. Maybe there's something wrong with the satellite. We got a whole bunch of wind the other day,
Mm.
so it might be worth checking our hardware, I guess. So sorry guys for all the freezing. Thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, I mean, it's only episode 2. We're bound to have a couple little hiccups and issues. And last week was April's side, and this week it's my side. So next week, no issues at all. It's gonna be smooth sailing. Fingers crossed. This sweater brought me 0 luck. Gerald brought me the bad luck today. Chris says, damn Starlink. I agree. Elon. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you next Sunday. And have a wonderful Sunday.
Enjoy your day.
Enjoy your day. Bye.
Shake your dreams from your hair. I'm already there, right beside you. So please